Hold on, let me see.
You're late. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm always late.
We fucked it.
It's called Black People Time.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome back, humans. We are back in the Men to Vent studio. It's Angelo.
And hi.
And we are giving you a middle of the week vent session. So, man, I got some fucking good shit for you.
Hold on, before we start, gotta remind people to
That's right.
do what? Click, like, subscribe.
Please hit the give us a subscription and turn on that notification button so you never miss a time when we drop an episode. And
Dropping shit. Let's get it.
So remember Jake Paul put Nate to night.
All right, he night-nighted.
He night-nighted Nate.
He slept Nate.
Yeah.
Nate got slept.
He was like night Nate. And didn't even tuck him in. He just sent him to sleep right away.
No,
he like got in trouble.
No good night kiss,
It was that
no
go to your
story,
room
none
shit.
of that.
It was that go to your room shit.
With no dinner, no TV.
Yeah.
Go to bed, night.
So, he's getting a lot of offers for other fights and stuff like that. But before I get to that, I want to talk about something. Are you familiar with Jamel Hill or Kerry Champion?
Not really, no.
Well, they're two female journalists for ESPN and stuff like that. Well, they were, I don't know.
Oh.
They're on different networks now, I believe. But Jamel Hill is actually from a Detroit native. But anyways, these girls were like, I don't know if they were just trolling or reaching or did what their producers told them to do. But they decided to ask Jake Paul if knocking out a black man was racist. They had him live on the show, and they were like, is
That's
it racist
fucked up.
to knock out a black man? I was like, what? And he said the same thing. He's like, are you playing with me right now? And they're live. He's like, don't fuck with me with this dumb question. They're like, no, it's boxing. It's a sport. And they're like, is it? And then the other girl comes. Kerry Champion comes after Jamel Hill asked this. So, okay, we're sorry, blah, blah. So, you think it's racist to knock out a black man? If that's the
He
case.
does it again.
Yeah.
Why would that?
They asked him twice.
That was his job at that time.
Right.
That was the sole point of him stepping into the ring.
That means every fighter is a racist.
Right, you knocking out another race.
And then if you're from another country.
So it's good if it's black on black crime. Two black guys knocking each other out. What the fuck?
And it's okay for like Tyson to knock out 40 dudes.
Right.
Or anybody to knock out 40. Like I
That's
said, every boxer would be in trouble.
The dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, though. And I don't even understand this is when someone says black people can't be racist.
They asked him twice, and he was like, what are you talking about? He goes, this shit is crazy. And so they finally weren't going to get, they know they weren't going to get no answer for that stupid question, and they had to move on, you know what I'm saying? But, oh, my gosh, I can't believe they were, like, reaching that hard to, like, try to get something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
What? They should have got fired for that shit. Like,
you know?
Like really?
With
y'all
this
went
culture they got
TV
going on.
And that's what y'all came up with?
They got the cancel culture going on with that stuff. That's what they call that shit.
Dude, that shit, that's just stupid. I've even, what in the entire fuck? I'm just like, what?
They asked him it twice. First, Jamel did, and then Kerry came in with the
came right back to it. Even after my man already said this was a dumbass question. Came
How
back
dare you? No.
Right.
But yeah, I thought that was nuts. And anyways, so he got to real shit. He was like, look, you guys ain't gonna fucking play me with this dumb shit. So he's like, I'm working on a fight with Conor McGregor. And he said that, and even tried to do an impression of McGregor and insulted his wife in this YouTube video. He was getting out by his mansion. He's getting out this fucking crazy car. And he's got a big fat cigar and a $50 million check next to the car. He's like, no, I offered you the biggest check you've ever been offered for a fight, Conor. He's like, where the fuck you at? You over there hugging on your wife? He goes, man, seriously? I think you could do better, man. And that's like the mother of his child. And he fucking just said like his wife was ugly as shit.
Wow.
And he wants to box McGregor. And I said on one episode.
So he's got $50 million to offer McGregor.
Those boys are paid.
Right.
Those are the brothers I was telling you that.
Yeah, but
they're like one of the top notch YouTubers. Period. Like when it comes to like earning money.
We need to get on.
Like they make Forbes and shit.
We about to get on a level. Just
like Joe Rogan.
Look like your man Angelo Heim. Look for us soon on that level.
Dude, they said like Rogan before he left here to go for that $100 million for Spotify said he was getting like $30 million a year from just YouTube or some shit. Not even counting his sponsor money.
No shit.
It's bananas. Those guys are like crazy. They do everything. You know what I'm saying? They do music. They multi-platform everything. Those guys do anything when it comes to like entertainment, man. They're good at it.
That's crazy as shit.
You know, and so my man became literally, he even told them to their faces, and it's true. He became a fucking prize fighter overnight. for just knocking out an NBA player. Now people want to fight my man, and if you want to fight my man, it's going to cost money. So, I mean, it was fucking smart, but it's also an insult to the sport myself. But, I mean, like, I know they respect the sport, like I said. You know,
right.
they do train. He takes the sport for real.
You can't hate the hustle. I mean, hate that, you know what I'm saying?
You got to get it if they're going to pay you.
Right. I mean, I ain't hating because they're getting their money, but I understand the attribute to the sport. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Jumping over people who worked and earned that kind of thing. You're jumping over because you got money and popularity.
Right.
But, hey, I ain't hating. I am not hating.
I'm not, and it's crazy, man. They're just like, and it's really fun to see this shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just entertaining as fuck because all this stuff that people are doing.
And regardless of what kind of attention it's bringing to the sport, it's getting people to, it's, you know what I'm saying, putting the sport, like, right back on mainstream where you know what I'm saying, more people are watching it. Like, I ain't hating on that. I'd like to see a fight.
For sure.
I don't want to see no constant, like, joke-ass fights. Like, dude, like, that was some, you know what I'm saying, some spectator shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, where it wasn't really worth watching. It's some carnival sideshow shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like the Floyd with Logan Paul, that fight might be a boring show unless Floyd lets it get exciting.
Right, because Floyd can totally dictate that fight.
Now,
like,
Logan,
I ain't even saying my man's bold or nothing, but you talking about Floyd motherfucking Mayweather. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could decide to not just be like, okay, I'm tired, let's end this shit.
Well, Logan Paul's a big dude, though. The other brother, he's a big guy. Like, he's a fucking big dude. But he also does train and shit like that. I'm not saying he's going to beat Floyd, but if Floyd lets him hit him, I mean, it's going to be some power behind it. I'm sure he's going to hurt because, I mean, he's a big guy.
Right.
The brother's like a little bit big, way bigger than the younger one that boxes. And he's a pretty big dude. So he'd be close to heavyweight, I would think. Or like, what is it? If they're 147, I would say he's like Canelo's weight, maybe like 155, 160. He probably walks around like 170, 80 or something like that. Who knows?
Right.
But he looks like a big guy.
Yeah, I mean, bigger than Floyd anyway.
Because I watched him box this rapper guy, and he was like, they both were like big dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So that would, I'm sure, see him fighting Mayweather would be not a sanctioned fight. You know what I'm saying? Box commission not going to sanction a fight. It's that much of a weight difference. But
they might still sanction it like they did for Nate, because Nate was not even trained as professional, and they sanctioned him to get knighted.
Yeah, what was the weight class difference? So
it was pretty close, but Nate's shorter though. You know what I mean? Like, and plus untrained. Like I don't even think they trained any kind of defense with him. I think that was one of the main problems. Like they didn't teach him to block shit.
Like go out and swing, just full.
You know, block with your face. You know, you see the fist coming, hit it with your face.
There's like, don't ever put your chin down and don't ever put your guard up. I don't care what anybody tells you. Keep your chin up straight. Don't put your chin down.
They say protect yourself at all times. I say pick your spots.
It's like, a good defense is a good offense. It's like, but I don't know any defense. So, right, all you need is your offense. It'll be okay.
Right. So, like I said, he became a prize fighter. Overnight. And now
fairy godmother his ass.
Now I saw Nate Diaz, one of the Diaz boys from the UFC, called him out too, said he would whoop his ass. And then Conor McGregor, he wants to fight, which they're negotiating right now. And that'll be entertaining because Conor's not that good of a boxer, but he's a great fighter. And he's still learning the boxing game, so I think they'll try to trade. And I think Conor could knock him out, or he could knock Conor out. Who knows? But I don't know. I would say Conor would probably knock him out. Has a chance of knocking him out because Conor does have the more fighting experience. So if that kid's not that defensive, we'll see how defensive he is, because if he's not, then Conor will light him up.
Yeah.
Like Conor will light him up. He's way faster.
Yeah,
Conor's fast.
It's a lot of fighters like coming in like the dude we were just talking about, Jake and all them.
Yeah.
They're not gonna. I mean, they have the offense, or whatever, but like I said, if they're not taught like a good defense, like they might be. I'm not even saying them specifically because I don't know that man's skill level, and you know what I'm saying. We're just gonna say this or that about him because I don't know anything about him really.
Right.
But if you don't get taught a solid defense, not just enough to like keep someone at bay, but to straight defend, even in your ground game and everything, dude, you could get stretched out quick. You get somebody with some speed behind them hands, and your defense ain't solid, or you don't go to your defense or your guard quick enough, they catch you slipping. Look, while you're trying to put your chin down, fuck around and get slept like bam before even chin connects.
It's crazy.
While you're trying to get this, you're doing this, and my man hits you with that You know what I'm saying?
Hell
That
yeah.
hook come from the other side. You're protecting this. If you get caught over here and get stretched out, hey, people don't be realizing
They'll
that.
get starched.
I know they say
That's what they
best
say.
defense is a good offense, but all bullshit aside, I mean,
I don't think that works in the fight game.
No, because your defense, you could be throwing hands like, oh, my offense is good, and somebody be a good counter puncher and catch you in the middle, catch you the second blow into your three-piece, like three
like I was telling you about, like I was telling you about Amir Khan.
Fucked up, yeah.
That's Amir Khan, dude. My hand, I'm telling you, if that guy had a chin, he would have never lost no fight. His hands was like, you know that little toy you get where you just push the little button and arms just like yeah. That would be like that in real life. Like his hands are just fast. Like there's videos of him like putting candles out and shit, like in a row on like in these cool videos and shit. But he's got no chin. His chin is just like, I don't know, man. Like I said, wet Kleenex. You can sneeze
through it, just poof.
Yeah, blow through that shit. Put your tongue right through it.
He said wet Kleenex.
Wet Kleenex, dude, and for
them
real.
Them cheap ones, them doctors'
like if you sneezed on his jaw and he wasn't by you, like he would drop probably. He'd probably drop or be like all fucking dizzy.
Wobbly, wobble.
My man gets dizzy after they shake hands in the beginning. Like, all right, shake hands. She's like,
oh, wait.
They give him an 8 count right there before the fight starts.
He said, touch gloves and come out. Like,
come off out of here. Boom.
Wait.
His trainers are carrying him back and shit. They're like, you all right? Doctor's in the corner already. And then he gets back to normal, and then the fight starts, and then he's like, ah, and then somebody hits him again. Bing, good night. He will win every round if you don't fucking hit him. If
you don't hit him.
But I spoke about martial arts before. That's like martial arts, dude. Like, I learned Taekwondo when I was a young kid, and I learned other stuff after that, but Taekwondo wasn't like a real martial art you could use in public.
In the street.
Like I said, if you had, I can only block you if you come at me like this. If your arm is nice and stiff, I can block that shit. I got to move. But if not, I'm not going to do it.
I went to school with the kid, and this was like 11th, 12th grade.
Uh-huh.
And my man practiced Aikido. And I never knew, but Aikido, the whole premise behind
not the perfect
Aikido,
weapon, dude.
No, you talking about Jeff Speakman.
That's the perfect weapon. About. Wasn't that Aikido? The super fast hands?
Actually, what Steven Seagal practices is Aikido. And the whole technique, the whole premise of Aikido, listen, the whole premise of Aikido is disarm and attack.
Right.
Disarm a person.
And not move your legs.
But you ever notice in Aikido with Steven Seagal, somebody comes up with a weapon, he never attacks them first. He disarms them and then attacks. And that's the whole concept behind Aikido. But my whole thing was,
Steven Seagal?
No, not Steven Seagal, but I'm saying that was like his thing. But this kid I went to school with, and he looked like a skinny, goofy ass dude, but he was cool as fuck.
Uh-huh.
And this motherfucker was just showing some shit sometimes that it was like almost unbelievable. Like, dude, this is from a kid in fucking high school, and this motherfucker was like, you'd have never knew it because you know what I'm saying? He's kind of nerdy, didn't go around fucking, but he was that one like kind of goofy kid that if somebody would have tried to bully him physically, back then you would have wished like hell you had World Star. Like, I'd have been like, maybe everybody else don't know what's about to happen, but I've seen this dude's action. I want to watch this shit because this is not about to end like everybody thinks it's about to end. This dude is about to get his ass whooped. Fucking with this kid right here. He's about to be that shit that made World Star.
You ever notice the Steven Seagal movies? Like when he beats the guy up, they never show his like waist. They only say like he only beats you up here.
Ha ha ha. Man, right. Dog,
and his ponytail never breaks. Like his ponytail, like I wonder if the ponytail is real. Like if it's not like a latex swimmer's helmet, like the latex shit, because it never messes up. And he whoops the dude's and he always does the same move.
Ha ha ha.
He just pulls him over, butts him down.
Like ha 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 ha.
Then he talks all like, "I'm Steven Seagal." I heard a funny ass story about Steven Seagal.
It's probably true.
On a movie set, I heard it from Kevin Hart. I was watching a Kevin Hart video. He's on a radio station or something.
I've never been a fan of Steven Seagal.
So he said they were on a movie set or something like that, and that Steven Seagal was talking shit about how bad he was, and this other guy was saying, "Not like you ain't shit." Even the other guy was like MMA, and Steven Seagal was like movie fighting. You know what I'm saying? That shit where like I said, he was like the dancing today, where like all this moves and none of this shit moves. That way everybody's a good dancer. Right. They took all the competition out with that damn participation award shit. Y'all done fucked everything up.
Give him participation trophy. He's like, here you go, Steven. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. So he told Steven Seagal told this guy was talking shit, and Steven Seagal said, "You want to fight, whatever." And my man choked Steven Seagal, and Kevin Hart said that Steven Seagal shit his pants. on the movie set and like just left. Fucking everybody smelt it and they knew his shit, and he fucking just got up and was like, and it fucking just left. And everybody fucking like, this young ass dude just grabbed him up. It was fucking. I wish I would have seen that shit.
I know Kevin Hart didn't just make up and lie about my man.
He tells good stories, man.
Hey,
oh my God, you got some of that shit. I would loved to be there.
Dude. The guy got choked.
Yep, he said he should have. And he's trying to tell the story, and he can't even finish because he's just laughing so hard. I think he was on a radio station or something. And it's the video of the radio interview.
I know. Like I said, that had to happen because I'm sure Kevin Hart ain't just going around making up fucking stories about celebrities in Hollywood. Like that shit could get you sued.
And before he starts, he's like, "I swear to God, like right now, I tell you right now, the way you were telling that one story, and you called your brother, and he started the story up."
Right. Dude.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Like he told me about that story we talked about one time about an exorcism. He saw an exorcism. We talked about it in one of our episodes, right? So then you call, and then you tells me the story, like the whole story, background story, which probably might have bored y'all, but I don't know. But it was awesome to hear the whole story.
Right. It was
so then
true-ass story
we're listening to it, me and my wife, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Let me call my brother, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not exaggerating a bit." So he calls his brother. 2 seconds in the phone call, he's like, "You mean Frank?" Like right off the bat, the whole story.
Right. Like it was.
So then we listened to the whole story on speakerphone from his brother, and it was fucking hilarious. It was awesome.
And it was just like I told you it happened too, though, didn't I? There wasn't no discrepancy, no grandeur in the story. Like that's really what happened.
I believe that Steven Skull story, though.
Hey, hell yeah, I believe that. Like, dude, I'm sorry, and I'm not doubting Steven Seagal's actual skills. Like probably 10 years ago, before he was like old and out of shape. Now I'm sure he'd probably, and you might even at this age right now, him knowing better than I know, he might fuck me up. Truthfully, I mean, nigga, I kick me in the shin.
Hell yeah, he might pull that ponytail off and hit you with it.
Hey, I would break his fucking shin bone. Like, you might get me up top, but I would kick your fucking knee backwards, dude.
Attack his legs. He's like, what are you doing?
But all bullshit aside,
it's like, I never see your legs move in the movies.
I've never believed in Steven Seagal as a tough guy. Like, in a movie, when they be showing him do all this shit, like, I'm not saying doubting that he could do that, but he's just not believable to me as a tough guy. Like, if I didn't know who he was or whatever, and I seen him in the street, and like just didn't know who he was, and he was talking shit to me, I would try him in a fucking heartbeat.
If he lived in our neighborhood, I would try
him in a minute.
If he lived in our neighborhood, in Lincoln Park, when I was a kid, he probably would wear those remember them old school workout pants? They look like they all like tear different colors in them, and they like you can get NFL teams on them, whatever. But all the weightlifting and karate dudes,
pants,
yeah,
the tap out pants,
them
the original big boys,
like
big baggy
all back
pants.
in the day, like somewhere in the '90s, somewhere like people just started wearing them, and the workout people wore them, and then kids started wearing like, what the fuck?
Right.
What happened?
That's what parachute pants went wrong.
Yeah.
You guys are as a whole different generation.
They went from parachute pants to loungewear.
That dude, though, like I said, Steven Seagal's never come across to me as tough. Like I said, if I didn't know who he was, I seen him in the street and he was talking shit to me, I would try the shit out of him. I'd be like, nigga, if you don't get your old ass up out of here. Him, like, there's certain people that are just not believable to me as tough guys in movies. Liam Neeson. I'm sorry, he does not strike me. There's nothing about Liam Neeson that looks up. I wish he would get on the phone and talk to me like, I have a certain set of skills. I'm like, you know what? Cut that bullshit out, nigga. Here go my address. What's popping?
I always tell everybody.
Fuck fine to me. I'm going to tell you where I'm at. Let's do this.
So I was talking to my mother-in-law, and she's like, Liam Neeson is a sexy. I'm sure he is. But I was like, his voice isn't like a...
Intimidating.
I was like, it's on purpose. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's because he's always in pain because he's old as shit. And he's all cramped up.
Dude, I know.
Like, Liam Neeson. I mean, so that's how he talks.
And they play him, and every movie is like, Liam Neeson is a tough guy. I'm like, no, bro. He not. Like,
they don't show his legs move either in his fight scenes.
It's always like somebody who believable to me as...
He always sounds like he's hurting.
Like Keanu Reeves, to me, is believable as a tough guy. Like, they could put him in that role. Like, I could see him as John Wick. Like, I could see Keanu Reeves being like that in real life. Like,
you know what, though? I don't think Keanu Reeves could fight that good. Like, they show him in those fight scenes because he looks bow-legged than a motherfucker. I think I'd kick the shit out of Keanu Reeves.
But what I do know, though, I don't know what he can do physically, but I know what, like, weapons and guns and shit, he is badass in real life.
All right.
Like, a badass.
If he gets a hold of me, like, maybe he could do something if he gets a hold of me, right? Like, the grappling type shit. But standing up, I think I'd fucking blow his shit out. I think I'd blow your shit out, Keanu.
Hey. Oh shit!
No, we're calling somebody out.
Shots fired.
No, there was a movie.
Hey, that would be the shit if Keanu should like respond. It was like, I'll challenge you. I'm like, get him on the show. Our ratings about to go through the roof.
It's like, we're gonna do this on TV.
I'm like, I'd be like, on the low, don't whoop his ass.
I hang up on him. That ain't the real Keanu. And he calls back. He's like, it really is me.
And show up at the show looking like Johnny Utah from what's my movie? Fucking Point Break.
Right. He's got a new haircut. Oh, if he comes with short hair, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, he come with the short.
He's gonna be on PEDs or some shit. He's from Hollywood. They're gonna get all that shit. He's gonna eat some kind of deer antler shit, elk antler root or something, and come fuck me up, man, with some Matrix shit.
Mad props to Keanu Reeves, though. I like Keanu. I mean,
same here. I'm just fucking around. I was talking about that. Don't beat my ass.
Look, don't be talking shit, because he show up here talking shit.
Show out with there's a Mustang outside my house and a pit bull in the window.
A dead puppy.
I'm fucked.
You killed my puppy. I'm like, no, that was in the movie.
He's like, Gatorade's better than water. What? Like, they're talking to this hallucinating shit. That's what John Wick did. He created shit like, you know what I'm saying? He was like a water boy of like assassins. Because they were like, it was the dog and whatever, and then the other guy was like, what did you do? And he was like, you're just related now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And, dude, what else, though? My man Jason Statham from Transport or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Jason Statham looked like, he believable as, he seemed like he would whoop somebody's ass in real life.
He looks like he could beat some ass.
Right, in real life.
He looks like one of them dudes, too, like you would hit him in the face and he would look at you like, that was just like what happened this morning. You know what I'm saying? And beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, Jason Statham.
Or he's like, my wife hits harder than you, and then beats the crap out of you. Or he wouldn't talk. He would just beat the shit out of you and finish his beer.
Look, like you would hit him, and he wouldn't even respond to it. He'd finish his beer. Look, take his coat off, fold it, put it across the chair, take his little gloves off, crack his knuckles, and just commence to whooping your motherfucking ass with
Jason Statham looks like the dude that would look for cell phones around and then fucking headbutt your ass out fucking cold. Like, that's what I'm talking. He'd have a drink right here and be like, what you say? Come here, mate. And then you fucking get closer and bang. You're fucking, nobody pulled a camera out, just saw you fall, and he fucking drink his drink. That's the kind of shit Jason Statham would do. He would beat the shit out of somebody. Lights out.
Him, and fuck with nobody says one of the best, like up to date martial arts movies that we've seen, like made in our time, outside of the Ip Man series. Like Ip Man,
those were
fucking cold, dude. But I loved Unleashed with Jet Li.
Yeah, Jet Li.
My man had him on the collar. That motherfucker was so out cold, bro.
Jet Li was good. Even in the one, dude, Jet Li was badass.
But Jet Li's just period.
He could fight,
like, man. Right, in real life. But he's got some movies that are made like in Japan. It's like called
Hero.
Fist of Legend.
Oh yeah, Fist of Legend. And Hero, I think too, is awesome.
Hero is bad, but Fist of Legend. You ever see the second one?
No.
Where he fights this dude's the general. And he's like the general in the army, whatever. And my man's like challenges Jet Li, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like Jet Li's like whooping everybody's ass. It's almost to a scene in the older Bruce Lee movie where he fights the school and he goes there and he picks this guy, that guy, that guy. Well, Jet Li basically paid homage to that scene, and he did the same thing, whooped like the whole class or whatever. And like the general dude is just like this tall, lean, like Japanese dude, just straight. My man's like a beast. They
say in real life he's a master of 8 martial arts.
Yeah,
like a master, like the master level, not a black belt, like master.
Just, they call it like a Dan or something like that, like a first, a second Dan or something.
Gotcha.
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I read up on him a lot because you remember when I was younger, I was all about him. After I went from boxing, I did the Taekwondo. I didn't like it. Then I started kickboxing. Started getting in.
Right.
And so like I started reading up on all of them guys.
I remember you used to kick that your brother had the standing heavy bag.
Yep.
In the basement.
Oh,
that rubber man dude.
The Bob.
The rubber man. Yep. He used to kick the shit out of it like, oh, bam.
One time when I was younger, I was just in Taekwondo and I just started sparring. So they gave us our little pads, these little thin pads. They weren't even shit. They were just like nothing. It was like a fucking sock with like a bunch of socks in the shin.
It's a styrofoam.
It was like you know what I'm saying? It was like an ace bandage with a bunch of socks in front of your shin area. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
that's what kind of shit it was. Or like a bunch of Kleenex.
Those. Like, man, like somebody gonna break your mouth.
Yeah, and then here, there was nothing in your knuckle. It was on top of your hand. There was nothing here, but it was up here.
Like for spin.
More
like
socks up here.
Right, for like back spin. Like,
so I come home with my equipment. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to start tomorrow, blah, blah. And Ricardo's there with his buddies, and I'm already learning how to do shit. And he's like, puts my helmet on. You know, it's like a big fucking rubber piece of fucking rubber. It's like makes the hits harder, if you ask me.
Right.
You want your brain to move, put one of them on. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, the impact was a motherfucker.
So it was him, his buddies, and so my brother's in the kitchen, and he's got a couple buddies with him. He's like, go ahead and kick me. And I'm like, man, these guys are teaching me some shit right now. You sure? And like I said, if you're not blocking me, I mean, it's very effective.
Right.
If you're not blocking nobody, Taekwondo is striker than a motherfucker. You strikes all day.
Like Strike Force.
Yeah. If nobody's looking, it's the best for sucker punching, motherfucker. No, I was kidding.
He's like, ugh.
No, so
just like what happened?
yeah,
Like,
he's in the kitchen and he's like,
feel that when you wake up.
he crouches down like a fucking umpire behind a catcher. He grabs his knees and crouches down. And he goes, just fucking do it in front of his boys, and his boys just step back. And I did this shit where they were teaching me to cross my leg behind the other leg to gain some momentum while I rotate the side kick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was doing really well, so I was just like, boom! I blast him in the forehead, dude, and fucking like stun his ass. I shake his shit back. He like rattles and shit like a bobblehead. And then I fucking just got scared as hell, and I just ran outside. And all his boys were laughing and shit. Ricardo told me about that and said that he got blacked out a little bit. But he told me to do it.
Did. Right, you was probably scared as hell. Like, oh my god, this motherfucker's gonna kill me.
I was like, "Are you sure?"
Rick
He's like,
Rick was like, dude, what are you doing?
And I was just like, "Squapap!"
Dude,
gave him one. Then ran my ass out of there.
He took off, run out the bed, like, oh my god, he gonna
yeah, that's
kill
when
me.
your knee was going bad, so I could outrun you then. I could just cut, you'd be over.
He said he wasn't bionic.
I just kept turning, you'd be done. 2 turns.
He hit them with the what's my man's name? He hit him with the Barry Sanders. Like,
I gave you the round, not even, just do a couple big circles. Gave you a roundabout.
He said a roundabout.
Gave you a roundabout.
2 big circles.
And it was done.
Like 180, 180, one
Not
full circle,
now before he had
360.
Before he had the bad leg, I was like, you catch my ass. I was, I wouldn't even run. There was no choice.
He said before he
was
had
crazy athletic. But after that, I started noticing the wear and tear. So I was like, oh, I could do this now.
You're like just fucking that shit up on purpose. Like, you chase me, you're gonna feel it more than I do.
Right.
Oh man, that's just what am I gonna do about you? So,
all right. So I handle a lot of like assets tracking at work. I do a lot of like incoming, outgoing products that go out to construction sites, right?
Right.
So
inbound, outbound.
Sometimes you'll get these pallets of new material, and there's like a bunch of packing material in these tools. Like, they're mostly power tools and the power equipment and construction equipment type stuff.
Right.
So I'm opening these boxes, and there's like just so much of this packing material. I can't even fucking, like, it's so annoying. And then after you take it all out, the fucking bag's like fucking just this big and shit. Like, just all the tools just took this much space, and you got all this gym bag.
Right.
Like, we paid all this money for this tool, and the tool's just in there, and the bag's all this.
Right. It's like big ass crates and shit. It's like, oh, let me take this off, pull all the packaging, and got a fucking 4-inch.
It's just wasting. Like, if you want to take care of the environment or whatever, you want to be all environmental. That's a waste of packaging. And then not only that, that's just in the bag. Like, here's cardboard to hold the battery. Then you open the battery. Oh, what's in the battery? A fucking bag. There's a bag on the battery after you open it from the box.
Wow.
It's like, what the fuck? And then not only that, you got a bag. The saw is in the bag. So you pull the saw out. The saw is in the bag. Then you got this cardboard that held the saw in shape. And then by the time you take it out, there's just like a snack atmosphere in a bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? A half full brand new bag of chips.
Right.
Fucking, that's all. You know what I'm saying? It's only full that much. No matter what, that $4 bag is fucking only full like this.
It was a 16-ounce bag, but it was only 3.5 ounces.
Yeah, it was like the snack atmosphere. You got the saw in there and the fucking all this fucking room for shit.
That's fucked up.
Well, I'd put a TV or a fucking tablet in there or some shit.
Oh my god.
So I think they're wasting that shit if you want to take care of the environment. There's just way too much packaging. Not only that, the main box that came in was like the double box. It was like the little Russian doll. You know when it keeps getting smaller?
Right.
It was like you open the box of packaging and here's the fucking another box.
Smaller box.
I was like, what am I getting into?
That's all crazy ass shit, though.
And you know how like boxes you can go to like a Home Depot and get a tool, and you can just like unfold the box, like a little tab you can unfold. Right. These guys glued the shit out of it with some crazy ass, like, I'm sure the shit ain't like, I'm sure it's FDA approved, but it's like some crazy ass glue. Like, what is this, liquid nail? It was like felt like concrete.
Some epoxy.
Right. Shit was like sealed like banana. I was like trying to rip it, and I'm like, what the hell? My knuckles is turning white and shit.
Right. You just had to like hit a screwdriver and a hammer to like.
I'm like, what's going on? Let me get a
like,
Sawzall to open this fucking toolbox open.
Right.
It's cardboard of some sort, but that glue was no joke.
Gorilla glue. It was just straight silverback glue. It wasn't even a gorilla, like fucking straight silverback.
I wasn't having it.
Some having it.
Wasn't having it. And I just got a gripe to say about that if you want to be all environmental.
Oh, liquid nail using motherfuckers.
Right.
Like, use some liquid nail on that.
For real, man. And then, like, or those packing peanuts. I hate the packing peanuts.
Oh, my God. Those are the fucking worst.
They will stick to everything.
I know.
Or if anything's made out of foam, that foam's going to stick to something. Because that static builds up, you're done. You are done.
Anything with plastic that has the status to it.
Yeah.
You can open a pack of cigarettes or something, and that cellophane, you'll be trying to throw it away. That shit will be like, psh, 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 just everywhere.
You will be done.
You're
that
done,
static
son.
will get you. With all your packing material.
Shock. Static shock will get you.
For real.
No, but on some other shit, though, you was asking me something about my spirit animal.
Yeah, but not just yet.
Okay.
I got to hold off on that. We got to hold off on that.
Okay.
I got something for you.
She get wild, son.
I
got
a question. I got a question of all questions.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
I got to get my game show voice going, so. Well, everyone, welcome to the game show. And I'm wondering, Mr. Angelo, if you were invited to my game show, would you go on my game show with your ex?
With my ex-girlfriend?
Whatever ex, like, that was like one of your longest relationship type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Go on it and what, like?
And it would be like, you would have to compare answers type shit.
Oh.
Like, what would you guys nickname each other's private parts? And, like, you had some other name and you all fucked it up, and then you guys got even more matter.
I go, because, yeah. I
okay.
do that. That'd be fun.
So what if they were, so you wouldn't care about that? You would just go do it, even if you were, and you are in a current relationship. You're not single right now. You're in a current relationship. Say you're married.
Oh, just for the record, I'm not in a current relationship.
I'm in, like, a hypothetical. You're married, and you got to go on a game show with your ex, and you got to talk about shit about your old relationship.
That would.
It's a no for me.
Right. Well, yeah, but I don't know.
I will not go there.
It would depend on how my current significant other felt about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they weren't comfortable with it,
y'all would be revealing some shit. Just know that.
Oh, that type of game show, no.
You know how you guys got to compare answers, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to
And, like, what is the craziest thing you've done? If it wasn't crazier than what you did now, you're fucked.
I would have to. With those kind of questions, that would have to be a no.
You would see her. They would have to, like, keep the camera off her. You are glad we're in a Schmashmennik right now because people wouldn't be allowed in the crowd. She'd be in the back behind the scenes and nobody have a camera on her mad-ass face. When you guys are like,
shit, because she'd run up out of the crowd like,
right.
Motherfucker.
What was the craziest place you guys had sex?
Hey,
and you guys are like, in the ocean in Maui. She's like, motherfucker never took me to Maui.
Like, we had that bathtub.
You see the lip just disappear like I was telling that tight lip?
Hey, that would be a hard pass, so I couldn't do that because some shit like that would get said. And
that's a no for me.
Oh, God, yeah, that'd be 7 different kinds of fucked up on my end, her end, the other girlfriend's end. Like, shit would go horrible.
Like I said, shit would be revealed.
People would say it would go horribly awry.
If the most romantic place you guys ever went wasn't the most romantic, you fucked.
You're right. Like, oh, my most romantic place. We run a French Riviera, such like that.
What's the most?
Like that nigga took me to Belle Isle. What
right.
the fuck?
So what's the most romantic thing you guys ever done? So if you say more romantic than what you did just now, you're screwed.
Oh yeah,
you're done.
Yeah, I couldn't even. Because honestly.
You don't want to never one up on relationships.
She would be mad. I could see, like, the current, you know what I'm saying? The current girl would be upset, and it would end up a hostility with her, and then I would be that asshole, I guess, that would be like, you know what? This is your fault because I asked you if you wanted me to before I did it, and you said it was okay, and now you mad.
That's why you got to have paperwork. You got to have a waiver. You got to have your own paperwork. Bring your own paperwork, people.
He said paperwork.
Because if it's in writing, they can't say nothing. If you guys just did it for word, we're not like in Hollywood or nothing. Or no
verbal contract.
Yeah, that shit don't work there. But if it's in writing, you got no problem.
Writing like, hey, such and such, I don't feel. First page, 5th paragraph.
Yep. Whose name is that?
2nd sentence.
You got to print it and sign it. If it can't read your crappy handwriting.
Yeah, right. And I want it notarized. I'm here in Notary Republic. We're getting this shit notarized and stamped.
What is the most special gift you've ever gotten your significant other?
Gave her a pearl necklace once. No,
Or it's like some crazy, awesome diamond earrings or some shit, and she was like, man, I got a gift card to Amazon. You'd be screwed.
Hey, it was that $200 gift card, though. You bought multiple things.
You were like, yeah, but it was Amazon Prime. You gave free shipping. Free shipping.
To overnight delivery too. All that good shit.
Everybody gets free shipping. No, I'm just kidding.
Guaranteed before Christmas.
I don't think I would do it. I just would have a big problem. I don't think I would do it because, like I said, I would not even. That would be so crazy. That would be like when you got like when Eddie Murphy did Eddie Murphy Raw, and he was saying all them jokes about you lying motherfucker stop. Like he was just telling about and he had that okay. Would you ever tell your lady this and that? And he was like, you made her make that noise, or you made her orgasm. You made her make that ooh. Right. Like, okay. So then after that, or she made it to you, and he's like, okay.
Everything is right. I would, I'm laughing and bullshitting like while we're doing the show right now.
Yeah.
But in reality, I would never do anything. That's asking for some serious backlash and some problems. There will be consequence and serious repercussions behind that.
That's like some tension you just don't need, but you would enjoy watching somebody else do.
Right. Like, that's some hell of a shit to see from the outside looking in, but you don't want to be a participant.
Right.
Like, you do not want to be a part of that game show.
I would like to throw topics in and just watch what happens.
Only participation I would take in that show is if I was the one asking questions on the outside. Like, I'm asking the question and someone else is participating. Fuck all that.
Yeah. You be live. We zooming in and be like, look, what was the most I would just be throwing shit in. Who would you think has the better booty? And you know what I'm saying? And just watch their faces. I would just watch their faces.
Just fucking with somebody's relationship.
Oh, you be seeing shit like.
Truth be told, there was a show that I think they did maybe a season and a half. There was a show called Moment of Truth. It was a game show.
I've seen that.
And dude, they fucked up so many people's relationships,
I've seen clips.
bro. I've seen the show. I was like, dude, right. And then they bring out this like, in the time you've been married to your husband, have you ever cheated on him? And the guy that she cheated with, her ex-man, comes out. He asks a question like, "Have you such and such?" Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, I seen that clip, man. Oh my god, I never really watched the show, but I saw that clip.
Every episode, it ended somebody's relationship because it's like you're on the lie detector, and if you tell one false thing, you lose everything. You up to $100-something thousand, and you either answer this question correctly or lose everything. I've seen ones where they act and they have your kids and wife and everything right there in the front row of the audience. It's like. The chick, she had cheated, whatever, and her husband just tells her, like...
damn, it's like Ninja Warrior, but for relationships.
Yeah, and her husband
Y'all
tells
are walking
her, like,
with your fingertips on that one.
Check it out, though, but if the husband tells her, like, our marriage is already over, you might as well tell the truth and get the money. Like, we're already over.
Yeah.
You might as well just get your money. I'm like, damn, in front of your kids, they ask you if you cheated, bro. That's the illest game show I've ever seen in my life. Like, dude, I used to watch that shit like, yeah, they on their way to divorce court. Like, they gonna be calling Avo. Like, they fucked up.
Or Adam.
Dude.
I heard the one on Adam's divorce court for men.
Yeah, bro. They shit bold, bro. If anybody ever gets a chance to see that show or look it up on YouTube or something.
Yeah, I've only seen clips on YouTube, and that shit is crazy. Like, oh my gosh.
Wildest game show I've ever seen in my life.
I would never do that show.
It only made it like, I think a season and maybe a half, maybe a season and a half, and that shit was gone. Never came back. They couldn't get nobody.
I wonder why. They probably got sued.
Bro.
They probably got sued like a motherfucker.
They didn't get sued. These people fucking, they signed waivers to this shit. Like,
they found a loophole.
Nah, bro.
They were like, this was in, or they did like
They probably couldn't get nobody to come on the show after that.
They did like Sean Connery, rest in peace. They were like, this is entrapment. Indy. Or I just did two different movies, but, you know. Like, this is entrapment. Your mama.
The Scottish.
I'm Sean Connery.
Dude, Sean Connery is my dude. Like, to me, he was the best James Bond.
Right?
Sean Connery
play on, player.
You like the way you work it, do ya?
Right. Junior. No, I'm just kidding. Right. Damn.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Gesundheit, Junior.
How you gonna play Sean Connery?
Sean Connery.
Sean was my dude. O'Connery or O'Flannery.
Right. He was the man, though.
Hell yes, he was.
I was talking about the last one. Old Indy's coming back. Harrison's old ass Ford coming back. His Model T's ass coming back to be Indy.
Dude.
Grandpa Indy.
Dude, I've never got into Indiana Jones movies. For some reason, I just never got into them. That wasn't...
I think they were fun. They all had the same kind of story, but they were fun.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing, dude.
And Goonies. It was kind of like Goonies.
Goonies is my shit, though. I don't know. It's some shit like that. Like Harrison Ford movie. Well, I used to never care for Indiana Jones. Like, him as Han Solo was my dude. You know what I'm saying? Han Solo was my motherfucker, but... Couldn't fuck with Indiana Jones.
All right, man. It is that time. You know when you get a little extra buzzed and you're having a little too much fun sometimes, or you get to those places where you hit certain levels, and like sometimes they're not always that level. You got like these phases. Some people might have a top 5 phases, but we're going to go on these 3 phases of drunkenness when you are partying. We want to know who is your drunken spirit animal, or just your drunken animal. So you got to pick your top 3 drunken animals. It could be a movie character, it could be an animal, or it could just be a crazy person that you know of. And I mean, we got to know who it is too. It can't be like somebody down the street from your neighborhood or something like. You know what I'm saying?
I go into like a buzz me. I haven't been there in a while.
Right.
But
I mean, it's not like last week's buzz or nothing like that. I'm saying when you were back partying days.
Yeah, I have. There's my funny type character, like where you get to a certain buzz and like everything's funny. You know, if you know anything about me, like buzz wise, like I instantly go into like full comic mode, like ha ha ha, everything's funny to me, and I could be like, I would say in my funny type mode, I'm almost like a smart ass funny where.
Gotcha.
I would be like Ray, like Eddie Murphy's character on Life with him and Martin Lawrence.
Right.
Like that's me. Like Ray, that's who I would compare myself to in my funny stage. Like it's almost like a smart ass.
Gotcha.
Funny, where I'm like Ray on Life, like Eddie Murphy, like ha ha ha, that type. And then I have my super cocky person. Like I would get cocky and arrogant as fuck, where I be feeling all like that. Nothing can stop me, nobody can beat me type, and I'll be on some I'll be like Denzel Washington on fucking Training Day, like King Kong ain't got nothing on me, like you disrespectful, disloyal motherfuckers. That's me. It's like shoot program, nigga.
You want to go home? Or you want to go to jail?
Right, like I run this. Y'all just live here. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and.
That's a crazy one.
I would say in my aggressive.
That's like a scary one. I've only been there a couple times. Like I just told you, like one time we was all having a good time, and we was at our buddy's place, and we were all playing cards, and we was getting like buzzed up. I don't think nobody was driving.
I was in my 20s then. Like you were a teenager still.
No, I was like young 20s.
Yeah, okay, because I was like maybe mid 20s. Yeah. I remember that.
So I'm telling you, man. We was all hammered and we was reaching levels. I don't think nobody was driving. So we show up and like I said, you got that Denzel shit. You was just like you just slam your hand on a card table, like I said, and it changed the whole mood. Like shit, you were like exchanging words back and forth. And stuff was happening.
Brother, like, and we weren't arguing. I don't even know. We were just like,
and the cards was going, and then all of a sudden it was like, bam! You slammed your hand on the table, and then everybody just started joking around and being silly, like just nothing ever happened.
Like, I know everything went back to like.
I could hear the TV. Thing. I was like, I didn't even know the TV was on. I was like, I didn't even know it was on.
Right, I remember that. I don't even know what I was tripping on, but. I don't think I was mad.
It was weird. Like, you guys were talking.
Just, like, slammed my hand and everything, whole tempo changed, like, right
elevated.
After that.
You guys, like, started talking, and it elevated where the whole room got quiet, and, like, everybody just turned around and started listening to you, too. And then you were, like, you guys were going back and forth, and then you just had your hands and just slammed your hands on the cards table, and then, like, everything went back to normal. Everybody's like, blah, blah, blah. So what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Like, everybody started, like, it was weird.
Right. I remember that happened. I don't even know what the reason was.
That was the Denzel one. That was him.
Right. But like I said, it's very rare that I get like...
That was the King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
It's very rare that I get in that kind of moment. Like usually that's like either somebody's pushing my buttons or I feel like I'm being tested.
You was like, instead of Blackjack, you was like, Black Jason. And they were like, what? You're like, I'm so bad I just changed his name of the game. Instead of Blackjack, you just was like Black Jason.
How often, like, since you've known me, how often do you see that kind of person? That's only, like I said, if I was, like, buzzed or whatever, and I feel like I'm being tested, or somebody's, like, seriously trying me. And I think it was something, like I said, and I don't think we were arguing, but I was just at that point where I feel like, okay, you're trying me. This is what it is. Like, okay, I'm fucking serious. And it was that, like, not saying that, but that's what it was. Like, okay, I'm fucking serious. Bam!
Like I said, you renamed Blackjack.
Right.
You got for real. You were like, Black Jason.
I will almost say I get my DMX mode too, where I'm just like everything's like super not serious.
Is it the praying DMX or is it where my dog's at or is it
It's that get at me dog DMX. Like, well, once I go through to show you shit is real.
I was like, or are you gonna stop, drop, and open up shop? Are you gonna stop, drop, and open up shop?
No, I'm gonna be that get at me dog. That I'm like, what's my name, DMX?
Right.
Like, what's my name? But that's about my character. My funny. There's my funny. When I go into my like A. Murphy life type character and everything's funny, or damn near Bobby Boucher type where it's like Waterboy stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like I can get like funny, stupid where I'm just like whatever. And then there's, like I said, there's some days where I have, but I'm like, if anybody knows me personally, I'm naturally a smartass. Like, and that's not even something that I try or practice or something. That's something that just comes natural to me. And it's not being a mean or being a dick or nothing. It's just, I'm naturally a smartass. Like, I might be being real with you, but
I'm naturally sarcastic. I can't help that.
That's me. That's me. I cannot help it. I'm just natural.
I get every point. I'm going to throw it in there.
Right. And yours.
All right.
Okay, we got mine. Let's
I got mine.
You got the drum roll like.
Are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble.
Sometimes you just gotta rock out with your cock out, you know, hang out with your hang out.
Right. That's one of my dudes. Speaking of that, I'm Stifler sometimes. I hit that Stifler mode. Speaking of sarcasm, I'm like I'll be that sarcastic motherfucker, like, God damn will I do it. And I don't even, man, I like, there's
don't even realize
the filter's gone. I notice when it's too late. I noticed I hit that level when everybody's giving me that.
Giving you that side eye, like, what the fuck, bro?
Or you come back where the group is and they just leave you.
Like,
I didn't know I fucked up already. I'm like, oh damn, that bridge is all toasted
like
up.
You're going back there like, hey, what's up, guys? Everybody just casually walks away like, I'm about to go do something else.
It's like, hey, fucktards. You know what I'm saying? Like some dumb shit that he would say or say some shit. Like, dude. Or like I'll go to my buddy who's still trying to hang on some hair and it ain't there. I mean, this is hypothetical. I ain't trying to fuck with nobody that's losing hair.
Hey, I let my shit go. Let it go.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, my shit's going too sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I got some salt and pepper going and all that. But anyway,
salt and pepper and a comb over.
Right. I'm like, dude, when are you going to give it up? You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for the ponytail when there ain't shit going on up here.
You look like my man on Episode Family.
You got a reflector and a ponytail. So it's like, and then I get to the group and they all just leave. Right. That's when I know I fucked up. So I'm Stifler. I'm like that Stifler mode. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That one. Oh God, that's messed up, dude.
Or like I'll call somebody from a movie or something, and it happens to be like if it's a woman, it happens to be a character that happened to be a big woman, and so now they think I called her fat, and I done fucked up, but it was the first thing that jumped in my head. You know what I'm saying?
Hit her with the Kathy Bates from Misery.
For real, I was like, dang, you know, or whatever, and it just like, and they would just hit him. I would just throw the character out there and it'd just be the wrong one to do it to.
Right.
Then I got the double look, like. Got the boyfriend or husband looking at me now.
Like, oh, so you're just going to call my wife fat?
And you know you pissed the girl off when you said something wrong in a group, when their back is to you and you see the guy looking at you. Because she's like telling everything while she's facing him. She's all like, fucking, her face is facing him. And she's like, motherfucker said all this. I'm so fucking mad. Does he think I'm fat? Why the fuck would he say that? Why the fuck would he do that? And I'm like sitting over there like, and I give my man a thumbs up because I'm Stifler mode. I'm like, what's up? Because I don't even know I'm saying that asshole shit.
He's looking at you like,
I'm being an asshole, don't even know it.
With the thumbs up, like, everything good? Like, yeah. Good? Like, no, not really.
Like, what's up?
Not fucking
Or I'll hold my beer up. Cheers. You know, and he's sitting here like, I can't do nothing. Or I'm in trouble. I'm here listening to her, getting me mad as hell.
Getting chewed the fuck out over some shit you said to his woman.
Yep.
She's like, baby, I'm just ready to go. Fuck this place. Let's just go home.
Yeah, and I go to my wife. I'm like, I'm ready to leave this party. Nobody wants to hang out.
And your wife's like,
I don't know why.
I don't want to hang out.
Something's going on.
I don't even want to hang out with you right now.
I'm like, something's wrong with the vibe here. We should go.
And you done created the whole
I done fucked it all up.
Like the vibe was cool until you fucked it up.
Everybody wants to fight. I done fucked it all up.
And you done did like on Dumb and Dumber, where he popped the champagne cork and he killed the owl. Right. And the whole party's just like, what?
Some rare extinct species.
He's like, this party just died all of a sudden.
I broke their parents' ashes urn and shit. I was there at the same time. Was like, let me get a sweat. And I mixed them together when I cleaned it up. You know, that's the kind of shit I would done.
I could have knocked over the candle ashes in the urn.
Yeah.
Like, that was my great-grandfather.
The married candle fell, cracked open and shit. I'm like, just put it in a cup. Sorry, man. I could cut it in half. Put it in the cup. There's some wick.
Swept it up in the dustpan and threw it in the garbage.
Yeah, I mixed them all together.
Put it all in the fucking put it all in the fireplace.
I didn't know like it was the ashes that broke, and I come over there like, who dropped the kitty litter? And I fucking sweep it all up, and it was all like fucking.
He said this shit's got 9 lives.
Yeah, like sorry, kitty.
That's so fucked up.
You ain't going to the bathroom here. No. Like somebody done fucked it up because we were hanging out.
Oh my god.
I would do some shit like that, man.
Hey, I would do
and not even
like
know
that.
it.
Not even think about it. It wouldn't even go that way.
Or like one time I got buzzed up and I know I was in asshole mode because I passed out, right? And they put me in a room or something. So I came back to the party and everybody was looking at me like, because they were waiting for me to do some more asshole shit or something. They were all looking at me like,
what's he gonna do now? What's next?
And I'm like, what? So that was one of my younger days, anyways.
Dude,
that was one of the guys. That was just one of them.
I gotta say, out of our clique of friends that we all hung out with together growing up, you gotta think if we go back at least. I was 22 years old when I met you, so we go back like 25 years. Dude, whenever any of us, like as a group or just individuals, like show up to a party back in the day, there was always some kind of story about something somebody in our crew did. Like either we shut the party down, somebody got beat up, like one of our friends beat somebody up or something at a party, or
I stiffed some shit and almost got beat up.
Right, or it's always some kind of story. Like we go to a party together, like, man, remember that time? And Swing and Heim and Reed and Steve Dick and Rich and Hellman and all them went to that party, and this happened, or we were all out and this happened.
Right.
Man, dude, we got some legendary stories back in the day.
So,
I wouldn't even know when to start.
Right. So Stifler's my first one. So that was the one.
Right.
Now my other one would be I get into Vince Vaughn mode. And any character of Vince Vaughn, because they're kind of the same. So like any Vince Vaughn character, because he's like that fast talking, won't stop, and that'll be me. Like I'm a car salesman and don't even know it at a party. Like all of a sudden I'm fucking like super talking fast. I'm like, you know what's going on? You're gonna loan me $20? Cool, that's cool. You're gonna give me $70 because then I'm gonna give you $5 back. And when you give me the $100, we're all sitting good because I'm gonna give you $5 back and you give me the $150. You know what I'm saying? We're cool on that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You give me the $150 and now we're sitting on $200. You give me the $200 and you're making $5. You're getting $5. I'm getting $250. Can you? That's what better deal? And that's the kind of shit Vince Vaughn shit would do. I mean, I'll fucking say, I convinced my homie one time was all fucked up that he wasn't in his own house. He was all wasted, and I was telling him we gotta leave because my parents are coming home and shit. We all got up and all started getting ready to go and shit, and we was all in on it. My man was fucked up, and he fucking was about to leave. We got all the way to the door and shit, and he started recognizing shit as he's leaving. Like something's, wait, what? Where we going? And we fucked him all the way up. We got him almost out the door. I was sitting there that fast. I'm like, look, man, they're about to come home. We got to get out of here. He's like, what? Oh, yeah, we better go then, man.
Oh, my
Who's going to clean up? He's like, who's going to clean up? Oh, I got this, man. We just got to get out of here. We just got to get out of here. And so we all started getting up and shit. We got him all the way to the front door, and he started recognizing shit in his house. Like, I got that. Like, you could just see his face. Like, you could see it all coming together. But I almost had him there. But that's my Vince Vaughn shit. Like I said, I would hustle some shit. Like, just, you don't even know when you just bought my car when we were at the party. You know what I'm saying? I'm all giving you, just sign the title, man. Give me the money. Sign the title. You're like, what? Something's happening.
He signed the title like, I went to a party with $15 and somehow I ended up paying $3,000 for a car. I don't even know where the money came from.
Right. It's like, welcome to my party. I'll go bring some money, play some cards. Like, man, I know I had like $60. I only got $1 in my pocket. Well, that's great. Let me get that $1 and I'll give you a quarterback. No, I was kidding. I started hustling the $1 out you. That's what happened when I get in that Vince Vaughn mode. I just start talking so fast you don't even know what happened. You don't even know what happened till it's done.
He's like, I know it started off this way, but it did not end the way I thought it was gonna. Like, you done went home with a story to tell that wasn't even your story. Like let me tell you what happened. Yeah. Like, shit, but it didn't have anything to do with you. Like, I witnessed it. I was there.
So that's my second one would be the Vince Vaughn, any character Vince Vaughn. Now my third.
I've seen that guy.
Now my third and final one. You guys are gonna dig this one, and you might recognize this one because I think I hit this one more now that I'm older, like more times than none. This was like the other ones was like my younger days. This one now, like I don't get to those levels anymore. So now I'm like, I think I hit my Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken. So I'll be like,
I got a little bit of that one.
So Christopher Walken, you remember him, right?
I know
like,
exactly.
I'm coming to your house right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's like Christopher Walken. That's my shitty Christopher Walken.
The slow talk. He's
yeah.
Like, you don't want to tell me nothing, but
so I'd be like, everything would be okay and everything would be cool no matter what happened. Like, dog, you just got stabbed in the arm, but that's okay. You know, we'll get through it.
You're like, what you're seeing is seeing the knife in my arm, but
it's all right, man.
What you're not seeing is the look on my face.
I would
the
tell
look
him.
on my face tells me that we're gonna get through this. So you gotta believe to yourself when
He's
I tell you that we're gonna make it through this.
It's like, hey, man.
Okay?
He's like, you're looking at me all wrong. He's like, I'm all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take it out.
Like you're talking to me all wrong.
So yeah, I would be like, everything would just be okay, like the cool Christopher Walken. He just didn't give a shit. Like, it's cool, man. Just let it go. It's okay. Everything's gonna be all right.
And
They're like, look, man, the car's about to go off the freeway. Is it? Is it really? Did it go there yet? Are we there yet? Then you let go of the wheel to go talk to the person. Look, for real? No, when you shouldn't have been driving in the first place.
Right. That's kind of like me, but not the attitude. I meant not the the speech part of it, but me, just sometimes I will have just like a care in the world, and everybody else could be around me just like panicking like such and such, and I am like cool as a cucumber, like nothing, like it doesn't even faze me, like, oh well, it is what it is. And everybody's like, dude, this is about to happen, this just happened. I'm like, I get to a point where I feel like if there's nothing I can do to change the outcome of it, I'm like, I just become totally calm and at peace with it because I'm like, fuck it.
I can
do about it.
We're having a bonfire one time, and we are getting hammered. Like, we are fucking getting hammered. Nobody was driving. We are getting smashed. And there used to be a pool in my brother's backyard.
I remember.
Now it was just it was just a pit of sand. So we're like, we're going to burn some wood. Reek ain't
there.
That. Reek ain't there. Reek said I can party there. I'm there. We are partying. I lit a bonfire so big in that backyard. You could probably see it from space. Not only that, there was the neighbor's house was pushed back. Their fucking siding was like
melt. Wait a minute. Didn't it melt
and the
like
fire
the
department
wire?
Came.
Because there was like a wire above
the wire
the
didn't.
Pool thing. Okay.
But the fucking fire department came.
I remember.
And Kelly came at the same time.
I remember like not being there, but I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, and I was all Christopher Walken right there. I'm telling everybody, the fire department comes to the back. We're all like, it's cool, man. We're going to put the fire out. It's all right. Don't worry about it. You're talking at it. You're going at it all wrong. We're going to take care of it. We got this. You know, I'm all like, right. And they're all looking at me like, like should we tase him? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
or should we charge him like underage minor, drunk as hell, out of control bonfire in a residential area?
Right.
And he's all mellowed out like it's okay.
I borderline domestic terrorized. It was just such a big fire.
Kelly's face is probably like, what the fuck?
And I'm like, it's all right, man. I got the water hose right here. I'm going to put it out right now. So I grab the hose and I'm putting it out right now. You can calm down. Your tone's all wrong, copper. So I'm spraying the water out. And that's my Christopher Walken level, dude. It just hits me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, out of nowhere. I can't stop it. And that's one I would hit more now. I mean, it hasn't recently, but I would say I could see myself there because that's when I'm just like, I'm relaxed and then chill back and we can just relax. There's no rush.
Like, everything's totally zen.
Like, we've been here 10 minutes. Have we now? But it can feel like ages.
It's like, sometimes you just got to step back and just let things be.
Yeah.
You're going to be all right. You're going to live another day.
You got to come with the right tone because your tone's all wrong.
He's like, you know what's missing? I got a fever with some cowbell.
Yeah. The only cure for this fever is more cowbell.
That is so fucking classic, the cowbell of Saturday Night Live.
For sure.
Oh, my God.
That's one of my favorite skits of all time with him and Will Ferrell. He's got the fucking cowbell, and he's got his belly hanging out the shirt. He's got the Homer Simpson shirt on.
Hey.
Belly button rocking.
Oh, man.
That is some funny stuff.
Hilarious shit, dude.
But, man, on that, I hope you guys liked this episode. And if you did, hit us with a like and subscription because we would appreciate that shit. And
click, like, subscribe.
And don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss an episode. And this has been another episode of
Meant to Vent. And I said all that to say this. Click, like, subscribe.
Till next time, humans. See ya.
Deuces and scene.
Order So,